Hey folks, my name is Pravus. Welcome back to more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Today we're going to try out a scenario called Return to Slime by 323 Myth 232. That's not confusing at all. You are the Slime God, forced into an age of hibernation after the God Seeker's Crusade. You managed to survive through a wide array of time, blah, 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 blah. I am going to guess, just based on some little key factors here, this is probably based off of the Calamity mod for Terraria? Not that I've really done much with that, but I do recognize things on occasion, so let's go ahead and give this a go. I like the idea behind it. We're playing as a parasite. Oh boy, it's been a while since I've done one of those. ATP boost, Darwinist, Ococyte, Rorophile, and Pathostasis are what I'm going for. Mega Brutal should be fine. We're called Statigel. You are the Slime Guardian, Guardian of the Slime, holding domain over all things gooey and slick. After absorbing the auric soul of the Dragon of Gluttony, you were hunted down by the Godseeker, but managed to survive due to several tactical retreats and sealed your power to hide. I have no idea what any of that means. I'm completely lost. Hopefully you aren't. Let's give it a go. Your job as a god was to ensure purity in nature. However, humanity's rapid industrialism has demolished the delicate balance nature once had. So I'm a slime nature guardian? Am I some sort of a tree hugger? I don't accept this. To ensure the world's purity is maintained, there is only one way. All living things must return to slime. All right, well, we'll go ahead and start off in Saudi Arabia. That seems like a place where slime would thrive, right? Makes perfect sense in a dry desert. We love sand! It's fine. For transmission, we have regular slimes, the weakest and most basic of slimes. After sealing your power, this is what is left. Allows the creation of new slimes. Sure, why not? What does that lead to? Crim Slime. Vicious crimson. Its blood can infect common water sources. Corrupt Slime. The purple ooze corrodes the ground they walk on. Jungle Slimes. Lava Slimes. Desert Slimes, which seems appropriate. I'll go ahead and pick that up now. And Frost Slimes. Why am I doing lots of R rollings in this video? I don't know. For some reason, I feel enticed by that. We just got a lot of DNA for no reason at all. That's kind of nice. Slickification. The skin of those infected becomes slightly slick with slime. No, it's not slime. You are secreting mucus or something. That's surprisingly infective. I'll go ahead and grab that. Cytoplasm's overdrive? Okay, cytoplasm and those infected grow in excess, causing hunger. That is not correctly the spell of excess, but that's okay. That's mostly for severity. That doesn't benefit me a lot. We have slime rain. The slime is raining from the sky. Slimes just keep falling on my head. I'm full of references today. Slickification, oh, that's also pretty good. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of severity, what I want anyway, plus so much infectivity. It's like skin lesions all over again. Slickification level 3! Slime becomes thick as nails, causing panic and distress. For abilities, we have genetic instability, which causes a mutation. So question, does this increase my mutation chance, or literally just trigger a free mutation? In which case, I may want to save that, because I can imagine that's going to turn into, if I have a very expensive symptom for one DNA, I just get it. That could be pretty good. Could be pretty darn good. What do we want here? I'll go for the purple oozes. All right, so we have the Ebonian Paladin. One of your paladins have recognized your awakening used to contain the corruption. It'll smash impurities in the way. A slime god has paladins. I just want to process that for a second because that seems a little bit insane, but okay. I think lava slimes are probably what I want to go for next. We are just trying to build up, after all, our base infectivity in Saudi Arabia, right up until the point we get out into places like Russia, in which case all of a sudden we only care about being cooled. But the good news is we have all these different resistances. See, this is a thing. Even though we don't have abilities that are giving me lots of resistances, there are clear innate ways of building that up, which I'd like to think means this is going to be a more balanced scenario. Sorry, I just slapped my mic. I'm not sure if you heard that, but there we go. I'm going to go for a level of Crim Slime just to try it and get off of maybe Saudi Arabia. I don't know if it's going to give me a boat transmission or not. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but it's worth a shot. Let's go for Jungle Slime. That's for humid areas. Plague Slimes, infected. Make the scientist Dreaden, who worked for the Godseeker. That is incredibly infective for an acceptable amount of severity, but it is lethal, so we got to be a little bit careful about that. What other symptoms can I go for? That's so much severity. I'm a little bit nervous about going down this route. We'll go for Slickification. What do we think Slime Rain does? I'm wondering if it's a Spore Burst. Am I just going to infect other countries automatically? In which case, I may want to save that. I feel like I'm in this weird scenario where I don't really know where I want to spend my points, because my severity is simply too high. Like, it's nice having high severity and all that, but right now I'm starting to think that's too much. At so much severity, we're going to get detected and bad things are going to happen. I don't know why there's this obsession with making every transmission have severity with it. Transmissions typically do not have any severity associated. I'm okay with a little bit, but this may be one of those things where, like, the creator of the scenario is just like, I just want to have number on everything. No. Situational number probably better in this case. So if we're going to commit, I'm going to accept the lethality and just go for the plague slimes because that's so much extra infectivity. I'm hoping it's going to just make me do a speed run. And maybe we get away with the fact that there's a good chance things are going to shut down. And if Slime Rain does work, well, then maybe we'll be okay. Let's go for a Cremulin Paladin. So another one of these paladins. The blood shall dye the seas red. How creepy. Crystal Slimes. A being belonging to your last paladin, it shoots the crystal of the hallow towards your foes. How fun. Look at all that severity that I don't want. Okay. We have Guzma, a perfect being comprised of naught but imperfect parts. If every slime in the world acted as one, they would have the power of a god, capable of eating all matter. That's very, very lethal. I kind of feel like there's more things I need to be doing here. I'm going to go for a level of cytoplasm. That just is more severity. That doesn't help me. Slime Rain maybe is a thing I need to do, because I just feel like I'm getting boxed into a corner here. Like, there's not a lot for me to evolve, so let's pick it up and see what happens. Mind Denaturing. Those infected show sign of lethargy and confusion alongside minor loss of motor control. Very minor loss of your limbs. Don't worry about it. Oh look, that does feel like a slime rain that just spore bursted across the world. Huzzah! I'm noticing we're not really getting onto any planes and just a few boats, which is highly concerning. Our land transmission's great, but getting into North America was a bit of a challenge there. King Slime! You are the King Slime. This reminds me of a little meme that used to be a thing on the Discord, and it's all my wife's fault. There was an XKCD comic a while back about the King Bun. Those who haven't read that should know that's a thing. Anyway, so my wife basically nicknamed me her King Bun in the Discord a few years back, which my audience then ran with, and then started plastering my face all over bunnies, including Bugs Bunny, and it was funny, but also, good lord, as a result, anytime I see King something silly, I just think King Bun, and I blame my wife again. Anyway, do we want to go for this? I mean, that's a lot of severity. I don't benefit from that right now. Do we want to go for Mind Denaturing? Sure, I'll pick it up. What does this do? Zoosmosis. It could have been like, yeah, like oosmosis. Basic creatures such as flies and insects begin to form osmosis through their exoskeleton and become more slime-like. Is this air transmission? If so, why is it all the way down here when I already had to get this one? Oh, look how many things we're getting now that are only infective and not severe. Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. Make it make sense. I'll pick this up and see what happens. Are we going to get onto a bunch of planes? I'd like to know. Also, is the slime rain just constantly triggering or not? Probably not, in which case I still feel like I wanted to hold on to that, but like I'm not allowed to, so it's not going to be a thing. What else could we do? What else could we do? What else could we do? We could get a free mutation. Gluttony. This doesn't do much. See, what's weird is that the further I go down this tree, like I get a few things that are super strong, and then I start out with something new like Gluttony, and it costs a lot and barely does a dang thing, but I'll bet you at least it's something okay. Nope, Hunger just sucks. Okay, well, forget that then. Mind Denaturing leads to Denaturing level 3. Yeah, sure, we can basically max out my infectivity. Who freaking cares, though? All right, everything is getting prohibitively expensive. I'm going to go ahead and see if this works. Let's do Genetic Instability. It did not give me a mutation. You lied to me! Okay. So it is mutation chance, I guess. We'll just go ahead and do this a few times, because why not? Causes minor genetic drift? I've already got minor genetic drift. Who even cares? Look how much mutation we can do. Like, is this a thing? How long does this go on? Is there an achievement for going all the way down? I have no idea. Guzma is something I would be tempted to get, because it is time to start ramping up lethality. I have not seen any sign. No, we did not get into Greenland. Okay. Well, I'm going to assume the slime rain is not still working, in which case we just lost, because it's the only country remaining. Unless there's something down here that will give me a freebie. Which, like, maybe there is. I don't know. Screw it. More genetic instability. Let's just see what happens. Good God, there's so many. Why? Why is there so much genetic drift? What's the... why? What is the point of this? Okay, also, I'm noticing it's not even... Wait. First off, we just got into Greenland. How? Second... Okay, hang on. I think it is giving me freebies. I think it is. I didn't get a pop-up saying something mutated, but I definitely didn't evolve these. So either they are mutating and I'm not being notified, or this is a direct trigger from this stuff. Possibly? I don't know. Reduced cells. I mean, screw it. Sure, let's just go ahead and do this and see what happens. So that didn't pop up. Hang on a second. Wait for it. And then we're going to check again. No, okay, so it didn't. So maybe it is mutating and I'm just not getting pop-ups for it? That's weird. That's weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it. Supreme genetic mixturizing. Too much mutation causes a lot of genetic drift. 97 DNA? What the frick am I supposed to do with that? I've got no freaking clue, man. No freaking clue. All right, well, we'll just check back on our symptoms periodically. Whoa, there goes Greenland. Everyone just turned into slime. I mean, at this point, I've infected everybody. Can we just say that all have returned to slime, or do I have to actually kill everybody? Okay, see? Boom, boom, boom. I'm getting mutations. I'm just not being notified about it. What is this last thing? Is that something you only get if you do this? Well, at 74 DNA, I'm Mega Brutal. There ain't no way I'm getting it. So I guess I'm going to go for Guzma, just because Guzma sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like a fun time, a perfect being of ooze. What is this? Cremulin globstrosity. A concentrated mass of visceral rot that ferociously defends its mucilaginous master with vicious twisted fervor. Again, very expensive. So like, I don't know that I see the point in some of these. I don't know. I'm a little confused in some of the design choices of this scenario. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing. I'm just a little puzzled as to why they're doing things the way they are. Also, how do I get this last thing? I want to do it. Supreme genetic mixturizing gets nothing. Dang it. Okay. Crystal slime? No. Maybe you have to pick up like all three of these like globstrosities and that unlocks some sort of a final form. There's kind of a lot of things you can do in this scenario, but they're clearly gated behind things and you're not going to be able to do all of them at once. So if you want to make this work, you probably have to pick a lane and then just stick with it. Maybe if I hadn't gone for all of that mutation, we would have been fine. To be fair, I probably didn't need anywhere near this much stuff. Like, I really didn't. Probably the first, like, 5 or 6 levels would have been enough to just keep the mutation going, and we could have saved ourselves a lot of time, plus also not increasing the genetic drift for no point. Then maybe I would have had enough to do something over here. Overall, though, we have the slime god's purity enacted upon this pathetic little world. Every multicellular being has eroded to nothing but slime. Why is that an alas? That seems like an absolute win for me. Every single being on Earth has fallen to your gel, and a new age of purity and amorphism. Hooray! Somehow that turned into 3 stars, 356 days. Felt like longer than a year, but apparently not. Only 14% cure progress. The cure's a little slow. I'm not really sure how you cure turning into a giant ooze, but I mean, apparently it's not a thing. No one could figure it out. So 14%, 72,176 points, and of course 3 stars. Yeah, I think it's a pretty fun scenario. It definitely has a lot of customization going for it, which is nice. The balance is a little weird. I guess I'm not totally sure what the developer's going for there. There are some tools like the Slime Rain, which are usually supposed to be more of a back pocket thing, not early, but it's okay they went down that route. That's not necessarily a problem. It's just a little weird. What throws me off is just how much severity you had to have. Like, if I had not, for whatever reason, just mysteriously gotten into Greenland, this absolutely would have been a loss, and it would have been because the severity is too large, which meant I would have had to just sort of sit back and do nothing in terms of symptoms and transmissions for too long. I don't know. I could see the balance is getting a little bit wonky. It clearly worked, though, so I don't know why I'm complaining. I'm just saying it's an observation. Whether it needs to be changed, I think more playtesting would need to be done. But if you can beat it on Mega Brutal, it can't be that bad. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.